Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sifunde iy'ncwadi ey'bhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese siza la sizokhuluma ngazo le y'ndaba esuke siy'fundile, senzela laba phela abasuke bengenaso isikhathi ukuthi bayifunde iy'ncwadi, nalaba abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sizokhuluma ngawo lama-reality shows, senze ama-recaps or ama-reviews, siphinde futhi sikhulume nga-any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama-shows sesiwabukile ku-TV. Namhlanje senza Mnakwethu Happily Ever After Season 2, episode 12, i-review yakhona. Let's talk about ukuthi kwenzekeni phela kule episode. Uma ngabe iqala nje i-episode laphayana sibona uMamthombeni kanye noma wakhe. Uma ngabe uMamthombeni yazi she's young, mhlawumbe untanga yethu nje na. Mhlawumbe untanga yethu. She could be in her 50s, but then I wouldn't be surprised if she's in her late 30s. She really doesn't look that old. And bayaxoxa nje noma ngiyayithanda i-relationship kaMamthombeni benoma wakhe. They seem to talk openly about everything. Uyakwazi ukuthi akhulume ngama-issues anawo kwi-relationship yakhe. It sounds like kaMamthombeni really likes ulokhuzana uThembelani. Yize phela ukuthi kuney'nkinga-ke ey'khona njengamanje, kodwa bekade ewumuntu omthandayo. Uyasho naye ukuthi ama-issues anayo with regards to isithembu sikaThembelani yiyo lento yokuthi kuthathwa umuntu who knows a lot about uMamthombeni. Uthi akungcono ukuba uthathe intombazane engakwazeli lutho. Lento yokuthi uMamkhize now and then would say ukuthi yena wafika kuqala endodeni yakhe nahlukaniswa uyena, all of that stuff. Umama uthi yena akakuboni kuyinto e-right lokho. Nami, I think I agree, honestly. It's hard because it looks like they have history benomamkhize. So unezinto ey'thile amazela zona uMamthombeni, noMamthombeni kunezinto ey'thile amazela zona uMamkhize. Mhlampe vele iloko okuzokwenza ukuthi i-relationship yabo ingasebenzi. Maybe uLona should have taken umuntu omusha, kodwa-ke mhlampe naye becabanga ukuthi ufuna umuntu amjwayele and umuntu mhlampe amthandayo already. Honestly guys, I feel like over and above ukuthi ufuna ukuthatha isithembu, but at least khombisa ukuthi lo muntu lona onaye ngaleso sikhathi you care about them, you care about their feeling, you care about what they think, because you're not the only one othatha unkosikazi. Uma uthatha unkosikazi wesibili uthatha unkosikazi, but who will have to have a relationship with your current wife. So now if ukuthi umuntu uzobe like your wife is clear, Thembela, she is so clear uMamthombeni in saying, I do not mind ukuthi uthathe isithembu, but angithandi ukuthi uthathe lo muntu ofuna ukumthatha. How is that relationship going to work, guys? I mean, really, ake ningitshele ukuthi how is that relationship going to work when you are clear in communicating what you want and what you need, but the person is doing the opposite, is doing the very thing that you are saying awuyithandi ukuthi ayenze. Angazi ngempela ukuthi izolunga yini relationship yabo. So uma wakhe-ke nje uyamyala ngendaba yesithembu ukuthi isithembu is no child's play. I think that it's no child's play, honestly. Inkinga ngalezi thembu lezi esizibuka kule show le is that akuzona ngisho iy'thembu, because a lot of them abashadiwe, khona abalotsholwe bangaqedwa. So you don't even know ukuthi umuntu wakhona uzogcina eshadiwe yini. Kwawuyena lo okuthiwa number one, and then labantu they want to take on number two. So angibone engathi indaba yesithembu kule show lesibukayo is being handled correctly, honestly, but-ke sizobuka sibone ukuthi kugcinaphi. Uyabuza-ke la uMamthombeni, I guess ukuthi she's considering ukuthi ashiye phansi ashiyele uMamkhize indoda. Angajabulani uMamkhize uma ngathi uMamthombeni ashiye laphayana. And she's asking-ke ukuthi iy'nkomo ziyabuyela, bangavuma yini omalume ukuthi babuyisele iy'nkomo emumva. I can imagine sengikwi-relationship ngihlaliswe iy'nkomo, ngingayiqoqa mina self ngisave ngiyibuyisele emumva. So uyibuza lo ukuthi ngakwazi yini ukuthi ibuyele emumva. Uma wakho-ke says ukuthi uma ngabe usuzele iy'nkomo azibuyele emuva. I didn't know that, guys. That is new information to me ukuthi uma ngabe ulotsholiwe wasuyazala iy'nkomo ay'buyele emuva. Bengingakwazi lokho ngempela. So it's interesting to hear that, ukuthi musulokhu uzama usuzele. I guess it makes sense a little bit. I mean, usuzele. So I guess lezi iy'nkomo zizothathwa njengokuthi bayahlawula. And inhlawulo vele ayibuyeli emuva ngoba usukuhlawulela ukuthi wonile. So yes. So uma wakhe kodwa-ke uyam-advise-ke uMamthomeni ukuthi no, ungaphumi elokhuzeni. Nanokuthi qhubeka ukuthi umhloniphe uThembelani. That is going to be hard because uThembelani doesn't seem to care about this woman's feelings. But uyazi-ke omama, it's a typical advice. Omama bethu hlezi bezothi, hayi mntanami, hlala mntanami, umhloniphe phela umkhwenyana. Kodwa akazi umama ukuthi umkhwenyana is missing me ngapha. What is omama nabakhwenyana? Sometimes you question ukuthi I've never been loved like this person who has just come into this family. Hayi bayathandwa abakhwenyana guys, bayathandwa abakhwenyana omama. I'm not even surprised with lo mama is so disappointed on it. They really, oh mama, for some reason, it's like it's easier for them to love sons-in-law than it is to love their daughters. It's not that I was tan, but you feeling at how mina angikaze ngilithole lolu thando angikaze ngibaluleke kangaka. Yes. So they really, yes, my mother has done the same ngabakhwenyana bakwakhe. She goes above and beyond. So miyamyala-ke umama ukuthi hhayi ungaphumi ngoba uzokulo. Angazi guys, I feel like uMamthombeni uma engathi angaphuma laphana, kade efunda. I think she's a kind of woman and uyasebenza. There are so many possibilities for her. So nje uma ifuna ukuphuma kuleya relationship, I think she would be fine. I think she could meet someone else abe happy, but ke she's an adult, ilokhuzana choice yakhe. But uma wakhe seems to think ukuthi it's not yet time sokuthi kuze kukhulunywe nendaba yokubuyela kwey'nkomo emuva. The next thing it was uMadlamini noMashozi. Honestly, guys, I've been asking myself, ubuyiselweni uMadlamini? But thinking about it, ama-scenes kaDulas have been really boring. Ama-scenes kaDulas with uMashozi. And then mhlawumbe uma kunoMasithole, sometimes uMasithole no-create idramanyana, like the last time ethela uDulas ngamanzi and stuff. But I mean, other than that, kunako ukuthi kuyabhora ama-scenes kaDulas. And for some reason, I guess the producers are not willing to go and shoot at Joburg, where uDulas is mayisuke enoNokuthula, or maybe uNokuthula doesn't want to be on TV. I don't know. I'm not understanding the reason why they haven't shot the scenes, because it seemed like uDulas is spending a lot of time in Joburg with uNokuthula Law, which we saw. Was it the first season? Because I guess I'm one uNokuthula, unless there's another one. Yes. So I guess I understand a little bit ukuthi uMadlamini bambuyiseleni. I hope ukuthi they've paid her ukuthi bambuyise kwi-show, because honestly, i-abuse that she had to enjoy ngenkathi ela kwi-show on the first season of Happily Ever After, it was just not fair. And I wouldn't have come back nguyena without being paid a really good check. So I hope ukuthi they have given her imali nje yangempela ukuthi abuye, because she has no intentions ulokhuzana, she has no intention ulona uMadlamini to get back with uDulas. She seems very happy nje. Yazi simbona uMadlamini esingakaze sesimbone umuhle, ugqoka kahle, uyasmayila. Yazi bafethu, yazi umjolo angazi sijabulelani, because yabona uma ushiya umjolo uvele uglowe same time. Yonke into ivele ibe bright umuntu uma eyeka umjolo. Angazi ukuthi why sithanda ukujola, kodwa-ke yes. uMadlamini-ke benoMashozi, they are meeting. I guess it's just a catch up. They're talking about the relationship here was not good. Remember, maybe introduce Umashozi in the first season of Happily Ever After. At that time, Umadlamini benoMasithole, they were friends. And then they were introducing Umashozi, and they did not welcome her at all. And it ended up even causing a conflict between Umadlamini benoMasithole. So to see them, I guess these women are matured guys to be able to have these relationships that they have now, these friendships that they have. Mabekhuluma yona babukeke bengathi they do talk or WhatsApp outside of the show. So I'm not getting a feeling yokuthi they're just talking just because of the show. Honestly, it's the only relationships engizibona engathi they exist outside of the show and they are not being created just for the show. Because bayakhuluma ukuthi no, I sent her WhatsApp nini nini, they were not shooting, sakhuluma naye, they've sent each other videos of what's going on empilweni zabo nempilo kaDulas and all that. So I do feel like their friendships could be genuine. UMasithole last week did speak about apologizing to uMadlamini after that fight. Hey, nah, it was horrible, that fight. Yabona ifight kaMamkhize nolona bengiyihleka because it was funny. But this one kaMasithole nolona, for some reason it really just it felt mean. It did feel mean, and I didn't like it. Ukuthi ngempela ngoba bona bashayene ngempela. Angazi, I don't know what's the difference, but it just felt different for me. Maybe I have to figure out and watch the two fights and see why do I have different feelings about those two fights. Um, what was I saying? Yes. Okay. So now, bayaxoxa kuma-shows, uyasho lona uma-shows usikade nozinhle uzinhle nguMasithole, kukhulunywa ngevidiyo yentombazane. Oh, uMadlamini kade noMasithole, and then uyasho ukuthi umsendele ividiyo kaDulas. Ngathi uMashode is feeling betrayed. Yazi lama-friendships sometimes I do feel like the intention to be friends is genuine. They do want to be friends, but at the same time, they shade each other within that friendship. Panyan. Because, like uMadlamini was said, with my kuluma no Mashos is always going to mention Ulo, no Masol, no Masol. They will mention as if, no, we do talk, but then kuzoba na-something azoyisho. Njengamanje uMadlamini is saying ukuthi uMasithole sent her ividiyo kaNokuthula, the girl that they're wondering about who's spending time with uDulas. UMashozi is like, hawu usekusendelelani leyo video ngoba ngizange ngithi mina ayidlulise kuwena, you know. I guess phela uMadlamini has left the relationship. They don't really want her to know ukuthi they are still miserable in their relationship with uDulas. And yena she has left, she's happy ngaphandle akafisi nokubuyela kuyona i-relationship. So I guess it would be weird ukuthi manje kufanele silo simtshele ukuthi sina sisa-miserable kulo mgodi lo ashiya kona, you know. And uyasho uMadlamini ukuthi hayi mina nganitshela ngathi yabona nje bayeza abanye nje beloku ede amakhosikazi, angazi nokuthi why bebizwa ngamakhosikazi kuDulas ngoba ulobole oyedwa-ke manje olotsholiwe uMashozi. And angazi noma akuphelile wena akuphelile sengiyakhumbula akuphelile. Akaqedi uDulas ever ever ever. Amukho unkosikazi uDulas akamlobola amqeda kodwa unamakhosikazi awu-1, 2, 3, 4. Kodwa amukho noyedwa nje akamlobola nje amqeda nje wayesigcawini wayosina umakoti wathelwa ngenyongo no. Kodwa unamakhosikazi awu-4. Does it make sense, guys? No, it doesn't, because these shows never really make any sense. So bayakhuluma njena. I think ulona, honestly, uMadlamini made a good point, which is a point that siyakhuluma ngalezi thembu lezi, but we never touch on, which is like safety when it comes to sexual activities. Because phela ukuthi kunamakhosikazi awu-4 means ukuthi there's 4 different relationships here. He sleeps with this one, with this one, with this one, with this one. So if he sleeps with the 4 people, the 4 people are as good as sleeping with each other. Why born? Because whatever he has is giving to this one, to this one, to this one. And if some of them are having kids, then obviously there is unprotected sex there. So yeah, she touches on that Madlamini ukuthi eyi kodwa nani-ke kufanele nihlakaniphe phela ngoba lo muntu njengoba ehambe ethatha amakhosikazi ehambe uzonilethela ilokhuzana izifo. Kodwa uMashozi ends up saying angiyindawo. Yazi kodwa ukuthi angiyindawo elokhuzeni in misery. Ayihlala sisi, ayihlala ama-shows, ihlala sisi, hlala. And then-ke ku-scene number 3, it's a graduation kaThandekile ulokhuzana Mamthombeni. I really, honestly, guys, working in a tertiary institution, for me, I'm a graduations for students. It's really bittersweet. It's always just a bittersweet moment. And for me, even when they come, elokhuzana emsebenzini bezolanda their certificates, excited about life, sebeqedile ama-qualifications, it's always just a bittersweet moment because I know the challenges that they are still going to face in terms of finding employment. And usually uma graduate usuke unama hopes ukuthi you know what, this is it, you know, uma ugqoka that just people don't know how special that gown feels, Mawiko. But and then so even Numa Lokuzana. Mamthombeni, when I saw to graduate, I had that heavy thing in my chest. Ukuthi, yo, I hope it goes because the graduation is really loud. Yo, you've completed, your life is about to begin. But in South Africa, sometimes for half the students that graduate, it doesn't work out like that. So I'm really praying that it goes well. She's already working. Angazi usebenza whether she works. Wenza umsebenzi that's related to what she was studying because she was studying logistics and supply chain management. So I'm hoping that she gets a job soon. It's a great graduation. It's like a few people by family. Good. Yes, COVID isizile ngoba i-COVID isifundisile ukuthi you can just have a party with your 5 members of the family, no neighbors, nothing. It looked like it was family members, noma engabachazanga ukuthi bawubani. And Thembelani was there, Ubaba Kandalo. Ubaba Kandalo was there. Mama speaks about how proud she is of Mamthombeni nanokuthi bekunzima kanjani emfundisa, and there was a time when she falls pregnant. Oh, mama-ke, they have to bafuna ukumenshina the hardships. And then in the interview, she talks about being pregnant alone. Mamthombeni ukuthi she felt it was when she felt pregnant that what, ngilahlekelwe umhlaba-ke manje, she lost friends. I think honestly, when you are young and you have friends, and then you fall into a situation where you fall pregnant, I don't think because usukumncane, I don't think that people know how to be a friend to you. I remember when my friend became pregnant and we were doing our matric. She probably felt like we were not friends to her, and it wasn't that we didn't want to be friends. We were young, and for us, for somebody to be pregnant, it was just a weird, overwhelming thing, and we didn't know how to be friends to her. We didn't know how to be walking around this purpose, being kids with somebody. Yeah, nesisi. So I do understand when something like that happens when you lose friends when you're pregnant. But I think at least she was still able to continue school. Umawake sounds like from all the talks, and actually she is a single mom because there is no mention of a father anywhere, and there was no presence of a father in the graduation party. So she sounds like she's a Lokuzana, a single woman, lives in a two-room house, but it's a very nice two-room, very neat. Like in the area where they were sitting, bekungekusho ukuthi bahleli kuLokhuzana ku-two-room. Angazi kumama ukuthi besebenze njani esethi akukhuluma ubaba kaNdalo ngoba usemkhwenyana. Anibathanda abakhwenyana bomama. Niyabathanda abakhwenyana, hhayi bakhuluma kuthiwa bayikhulumela intebhe eceleni ngabe it's congratulations baby on your graduation, I wish you luck and whatever. Uzokhuluma iy'ndaba zokuthi nje na usazolungisa izinto nomkhwe wakhe kanjani njani. Angazi bekhulunyiswelani lo Thembelani ekhweni. And there was a graduation. Congratulations to Mamthombeni, guys. Really, honestly, we want girls to slay when it comes to academics. Like, slay, girl. Go get your master's, your doctorate, everything that you can get. Just go get it. Yabona uMamthombeni vele uyasilaya ngalana, ama-degrees ngalana, ushaye uMamkhize ngala. Yabona nje fanele mawumuntu wesifazane ubhalanse. Anyway, I'm just joking. And then the fourth scene, it was uDulasi with uMashozi. Hey, we're seeing too much Dulasi. We are seeing too much Julius, and Julius is just a story that is not moving forward. Honestly, she's Sim Dawon sees this wife, sees this wife, sees this wife, sits with this wife, sits with this wife. Eh, it's just not going anywhere. The conversation that Udulas has with Umashot is exactly noma nganitshela ngithi i-conversation Udulas that he has with Umashot is exactly the same as the conversation he had with Umadlamini. So but yeah, they're sitting somewhere in a restaurant by the beach. Yeah, baseThekwini. Eh, so-ke ukhuluma ngobaba wakhe indaba yokuthi ubaba wakhe wants izinto zakhe phela ukuthi letha izinto zakho. Ngathi ubaba kaMashozi refused to meet with uDulasi, said ukuthi he will only meet with him mase eletha izinto zakho. Njengamanje akalutho kuyena. Manje ngavele ngaba confused bafethu. Ngavele ngaba confused because I thought uMashozi ulotsholiwe. But now ubaba kaMashozi wants izinto zakhe. Kanti who is lotsholwayo, who is not now? Me, I'm confused now. Who is the wife here? Who is the girlfriend? But now ubaba kaMashozi uthi uDulasi is nothing to him. He will only meet with him once alethe iy'mfanelo zakhe. Yabo le nto. Yeyi siyafosa manje ukuthi abantu balobole ngenkani because abafuni ukulobola. Okay, fine. And then useyasho ukuthi uDelasi, what if akeve bamanipulate awini indaba yelobola. Honestly, I think really like as women and even young girls, we need to get out of this thing yokuthatha ukulotsholwa as the most important thing in our lives when it comes to relationships. It's very important to have somebody that understands you, that respects you, that thinks very highly of you as a human being. That is more important than ukulotsholo, because ukulotsholo umuntu who is disrespectful to you means nothing. So because boys know that they manipulate girls ngaleyo nto, like now it's like, what if sengiyoqedela kini and then ushintshe. Now it's like Umashos has to behave so that izokwazi ukuthi ayolotshola. What kind of a life is that? Hhayi ngeke bafethu. So-ke they talk about, njengoba bengisho conversation before, then they talk about ukuthi ubone uMadlamini. Angithi uMadlamini yena ukhuluma ngokuthi ubone uMashozi, uMashozi ukhuluma ngokuthi ubone uMadlamini. And then uyathuka uDulasi ukuthi hawu, kanti they have a friendship laba boyithu. Angazi uthuswa yini, angazi uthuswa yini. And then see, we're going back to Ugezani with his first wife, laphayana eflatini. I believe bahlala eflatini because every time feels like that building ekhonjiswayo laphayana. Imaphi la building? Lapha ngako-Berea. I think it's somewhere there. So ubaba ka-first wife, bengemkhohlwa first wife uthi ubani, is coming to see ilokhuzana indodakazi yakhe. I like indlela ubaba angene ngayo eflatini, yazi nje ngathi usemakhaya, like, you know, phambi komnyango kuze kuthiwe ngene then ungene endlini. You don't just ngqongqoza enkulu kudu, you know. I was like, wow. I was like, eflatini? Oh, okay, baba. Uyigqokela ama-overall. I get, my guess was that usebenza eThekwini mhlawumpe, like and then wadecide ukuthi let me go and see ingane yami la eflatini before mhlawumbe ngibuyele ekhaya or something. Ngigese lokho nje, hhayi ukuthi bashilo ngoba ubaba ngibona ubaba ey'fakela ama-overall. So ngangena ubaba, he's a very humble man, very sweet. Shame, he's a very sweet. She has such a sweet father. They sit bayaxoxa, and then just before ahambe useyatsho ukuthi ucela umthathele ingane, athathe ingane. He meets the grandson. It's a son, angithi. He meets the grandson for the first time. Very excited. He was smiling from here to here. That grandfather. Oh, guys, it's so sweet. I wish my children met my father. Like that's one of the things that I wish happened that never did. But yeah, it's sweet. He's so excited to hold the baby. I thought it was such a sweet moment. I thought it was such a sweet moment. And then kanti uThembela now, not uThembela, uGezani naye ukhona. He comes azobingelela-ke phela ubaba umukhwe noma ubani. Wazobingelela, wababuza ubaba ukuthi is everything okay? Yathi hhayi yonke into i-right. Wathi hhayi nayo ingane yakho ngisazoyibuza. And then mase wabingelela uGezani wahamba, and then mase lona, I guess he was just giving them time phela ukuthi umuntu akwazi ukuyikhulumela kahle ayihlalele nobaba wakhe. And then wase eyaqhubeka ubaba wabuza-ke la kulo. Yazi unkosikazi kaGezani needs to, ngifuna a-speak up, like ngifuna you know, hayi baba, kona phela noma kungekuhle kahle kodwa phela sizobekezela, yabo. And she's so young, she could have said, baba, ezinye izinto mina ziyangi-stress-a yazi baba, But yeah, she can't be me. But you know, that demeanor yokuthi noma ukhuluma but you don't really say what you really feel or what you really think. Sometimes mina iyangifrustrate. Like I always feel like umuntu wesifazane should be able to just say, you know, like what they're thinking, what they're feeling nowadays. So ngathi asikhulisiwe ngendlela efana, sikhulu futhi ey'ndaweni elokhuzana. So sometimes uma ngimbona ethi ngathi hayi khuluma, what's wrong, you know. And so I guess uzama ukutshela ubaba wakhe ukuthi okay, even though i-relationship yabo is going well, but kunama-challenges akhona, but uzobekezela emendweni. But I was like, but which mendo? Uthe kuyabe, hhayi but baba ngizobekezela emendweni. I'm like, muphi umendo? Muphi umendo sis? There's no mendo here. I was like, Auntie, what is a mendo? Let's describe umendo. Because ulona was very clear ukuthi akalobole muntu, akashade muntu. So now, which man are you begezeling from? You are begezeling in a relationship, sis. And there's nothing wrong with being in a relationship, you know. But let's be clear, you are begezeling in a relationship. Awukho emendweni yet, unless kulotsholwe secretly sangazi. And then uyasho ukuthi phela sengumfazi wakadlula. Yo, she's so young. Sengiwumfazi wakadlula sengizobekezela emendweni. And then kumithe bani? Kumithe uDulasi noMadlamini. Hayi bo besengakayenzi leyo scene. Oh, I did a scene kaMadlamini noMashozi. Now it's Madla. Yazi uMadlamini is getting more camera time than full-time cast members. Madlamini is getting camera time. They must have paid her for this gig, honestly, because she is shooting more than anybody. She's doing more scenes than any. This is like a third scene for her in one episode. You know, I hope ukuthi she's getting paid and she's getting paid enough. And then uDulasi ubuza ngabantwana. I'm like, kanti le ngane ihlala noba? Like le ngane the wife doesn't the ex doesn't stay with the kids, but then the father doesn't stay with the kids. Mina guys, nothing bothers me more than indaba yokuthi ingane zingahlali nabazali babo. But I do understand ukuthi and sometimes ama situations don't allow, like, you know, the best that you can do is, but it's very difficult for me when the one parent is alive and well. They look like they can take care of the kids and the other one, but the kids are here, you know. So he's asking her about the kids, but then she's like, but yeah, the last time I spoke to them, nam baby right naye kahlali nabo abantwana babo uMadlamini. Hey Madlamini, I wish you could get your kids back uhlale nabo sis, because I'm sure they really want to live with them. Every child wants to live with their parent. uDula sibuza ngabantwana, and then uyasho ke la uMadlamini ukuthi usually she doesn't really have conversations with uDula. Obviously kuyakhombisa la ukuthi uMadlamini has been called on the show just for the show, because she's clear ukuthi akakhulumi noDulasi. Uma ifuna ukukhuluma ngabantwana ukhuluma no-auntie, unless there's something that really needs uDulasi, but she hardly ever speaks to uDulasi. And then uyamtshela ukuthi babithile noMashozi kanjani ini bakhuluma naye. So seyasho uDulasi, so I'm happy ukuthi you guys are friends, because if you guys are friends, then that means ukuthi mase sishadile she will treat ingane right. That's the only thing that makes sense that uDulasi ever said ever. Because really, if you are my friend, ama-chances money, I'm not saying that for sure so you will treat my children right, but if we are friends, then you are likely to have uzwele ey'nganeni zami. I thought it made sense. But then in the interview uhleka yedwa nje ulokhuzana ulona uhleka nje ukuthi, yo, I am so glad I am out of this relationship, ngoba they end up talking about indaba kaNokuthula and what not. Hey, ngikhathele nami indaba lo sikhuluma ngalo Nokuthula esingamboni ku-TV. And then ke hhayi ke it's the John Cena. Then the wrestling started, guys. The wrestling. Who watched my video of the war? Anyway, Tembelani and Mamkhize is at the Mam Mamthombeni house. Like I said, guys, they were just relaxed, you know, like they are at, I don't know, like a polar somewhere, you know, at the lodge. We're sitting here when at the bed and breakfast. We were looking at the bed and breakfast, and the sister was the kitchen was making breakfast. Barelaxile, I'm like, hayi bo lo nkosikazi unjani ngempela? Uze kaMamthombeni akalalanga akantshontshanga ukuthi uzofika alale avuke ekuseni ahambe. No, uze kaMamthombeni wafika walala wavuka ekuseni wayirelaxela umano. Wehlala futhi ubengahleli kusofa like iy'nyawo bezithe kusofa, you know, like bezigobe kanje kusofa, meaning ukuthi ngikwami la abuye azigoqe kanje. Cabanga kusofa komunye unkosikazi. Hhayi baxoxa into engekho nje, umsangano bayakhohlisana nje indaba yamalobolo ukuthi hawu awuyingane kuyolima. Can you imagine ngithandana nomuntu angibuza ukuthi ngiya nini kolima kubo? Ngiyolima kini? Hhayi bo. Qasha amampondo, awekho amampondo ngakini la aqashwayo, thina sinawo amampondo ngasekhaya aqashwayo, nani nawe qasha la ngakini bona. Hhayi, so Angel, not to offend anyone, guys. There's really ngasekhaya vela khona kuthiwa uyaqasha ahambe funa umsebenzi wokucenta igceke and something, not to offend anyone. So, eh, yes. So-ke bathi basahlala kanjalo bey'khohlisanela oma nobaba bakhohlisa, mama manje ngizokulobola nini, hhayi baba noma inini, don't worry. Hhayi wangena kuMamthombeni, uvuleka umnyango wangena. Honestly, obvious ukuthi noThembelani bekulindele lokho because he had made this plan. Uyayimangaza ukuthi, ha, mina bengingazi ukuthi kanti awusebenzi, izilokho ukuthi hawu, ungazi ukuthi angisebenzi ngobani manje. And obvious, guys, if you find a woman in your house, I don't know if I'll be able to even sleep in that bed after that. Angazi. I don't know. Angazi. Hhayi uma lona vele ashiya isikhwama la. Hhayi futhi usishwibile isikhwama wasithi ubephethe isikhwama esincane esingaka uMamthembu. Yazi unkosikazi akaphathi isikhwama esincane esingaka ngoba manje asibi nalutho. Unkosikazi nonkosikazi udinga imvubu. Manje uma uphathe isikhwama esingaka, where is the mvubu going, nkosikazi? Yabo leyo nto. Ngibonile ukuthi njengoba ephethe isikhwama esingaka akuchole utho-ke lapha esikhwameni. Hhayi phela uma ngabe usongela umuntu, uMamthombeni wasonga wathi la eyohlangana khona noMamkhize. So uma usongile kufanele kube nento encane la elokhuzeni esikhwameni. Vele phela uma uthe la sehlangana khona, ngisho kwathiwa nihlangana kuwe-street nomuntu noma ikuphi, yayibona leyo nto ngoba wawulokhuza wasonga. So now uyafika-ke ushaya ngesikhwama. I think uMamkhize thought ukuthi ushayeke ngephutha isikhwama because isikhwama was a warning enough. Like I said, mina guys, if you are in another woman's house with her husband, mayengena that husband, do one of two things. It's either khumula iy'cathulo, amacici, ukhumule iweave and be ready to fight, or back door running, uyabaleka ngoba phela you are about to die. Vele izono zakho futhi justifiably so. So but she related, hawu manje isikhwama mina sengishawelani ngesikhwama. Ucabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe bazohlala phansi baxoxa. Hhayi wabuya uMadlamini bekuyibhakejana elingaka wamthela ngamanzi. Hhayi wangayibeka phansi uMamkhize. Angifuni ukuqamba amanga bandla, uMamkhize akayibekanga phansi. Akayibekanga phansi uMamkhize. I'm on Mamthombeni's side but uMamkhize akayibekanga phansi. Hhayi nayi wagibela khona, hhayi-ke. Asibona kahle noma ibhakela ingenile noma impama ingenile, sibona abantu nje ababambene. And hhayi-ke abe ngaphansi kuMamkhize-ke kodwa hhayi engayibekile phansi-ke, hhayi bahlukaniswe uThembelani. Izibone one of the crew members abona ukuthi hhayi, this one makhosikazi akhe ayamhlula, bamhlukanisela amakhosikazi akhe bese bayamshiya nawo futhi kanjalo-ke. Hawu, angazi ukuthi uMamthombeni uphume eyokwenzani ngaphandle. Lo ufuna ukuya hhayi uMamkhize, uMamthombeni uphume eyokwenzani ngaphandle. And then lona ubhizi ufuna yabona uma ngabe umuntu ungamtholanga kahle usafuna uMamkhize kube njalo. But phansi bekunamanzi, like angithi umthele ngamanzi uMamthombeni, so amanye achitheke phansi. So lona uThembelani methi uyambamba yabo. Umbamba phela ukuthi ufuna ukuyolwa vele ashiye ilikawe phansi. Futhi cishe walimala. Mhlawumbe usazozizwa ilokhuzana iy'nhlungu after. Hhayi kahlanye lo uMamkhize abuye futhi ulokhuzana uMamthombeni akhumule uMamthombeni ngempela ubezokulwa kanjani? Yazi la bantu abakwazi ukulwa. Ugqoke ophaqa, ugqoke ijakhethi. Noma besenziwa ukuthi udinwe kakhulu? Okay. Hhayi no, bese-ke uMamthombeni abuye-ke akhumule ijakhethi athi hhayi woza nawe. Sekhumule ney'cathulo seku-realise ukuthi hawu bengithi ngizolwa kanjani ngey'cathulo, khumule iy'cathulo. Hhayi uThembelani uzama ukuyovalela uMamkhize lapha ekamereni ukuze bangatholani, pin her on the bed eze uMamthombeni amshaye esembedeni. Cabanga uMamkhize usedinwe even more mani ngoba ubanjiwe yena lo umshaya kahle ebanjiwe. And honestly, to be honest with you, this whole thing was just a joke to Thembelani. At some points, he was smiling and he was laughing, and at some points, he was holding back laughter. I don't understand if two women are fighting over you. What is funny about it? It really shows ukuthi lento ngempela yokulwa as women nje iwubulima nje ngempela ngoba the person osuke nibetrayile animshayi kunaloko he takes the whole thing as a joke and you all look stupid and then yenami lapha eceleni. Iphele-ke nje i-episode kuyileso sixakaxaka uMamthombeni wathi ngicela uthathe udoti wakho uwufake kuplastiki omnyama. Imagine ubizwa kodoti ufake kuplastiki omnyama uyowulahla le. The disrespect on this show is just too much. Yeah, but iphele kanjalo lokhuzana episode yet. Was that the last scene? Yes, it was the last scene. He really just was acting like this whole thing was a joke. I didn't understand that about the temple, and he didn't take it seriously at all. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is how the episode went. Any other issues, like I always say, we also talk about any other issue. Any other issues, sizobuya sikhulume ngawo. Don't forget to share the video with your friends and with your family. Guys, you will forgive me when it comes to audio. I know the videos I uploaded earlier today, I could hear that there is a difference in my audio because ngifelwe i-connector yelokhuzana ye-mic, so I can't use my mics, but take a lot is on the way. Take a lot is on the way. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to share the video with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Thank you so much. Ngimthanda kakhulu.